This is the, oh gosh, I don't want you guys to see this yet. Okay, so this is the boss tier list. The worst of the worst is like, I'd rather be dead. Actually, I would rather eat a sock. The other one's a little too rude for me. I can't handle that. The reason why I put Famine into the B tier is because Famine, it drops either ball of bandages or cube of meat, and they're bad items. I don't want them. For having to deal with them, they're not the most easy boss. They're definitely an A tier difficulty, but because of what they drop, Famine sucks. Headless Horseman, I would rather eat a sock. I hate Headless Horsemen with a passion. They are, for some reason, like one of the hardest bosses. This guy shoots the stupid little tears in the most precise manner, and this guy flies at you in also the most precise manner, and he's just stupid. I hate him, and I hate him so much. Okay, so yeah, Fistula, staying there. I hate Fistula. Haunt, I would rather eat a sock. 10 out of 10. Every time I see them, they suck. The pink variant sucks. The only variant that's like okay to see is the black variant that has spiders. But if you don't have enough damage, the spiders are annoying. All around, Haunt is just annoying. I hate Haunt. Awful. Pin, S tier. We love Pin. No matter what, Pin is amazing. Widow, C. I hate Widow. Let's just find any version of the spider boys. These guys, because they have like for some reason changed like how far they jump. Like lots of people were saying, oh, your movement's bad and all this in the video. People don't realize that their mechanics have changed just so slightly that I'm so used to how they used to jump to where I didn't have to move as much, and now they just dog stomp on me. They're much harder than they used to be. I just dislike them. It's not that they're super hard. I hate them. Any downpour boss I can beat at this point pretty easily. This guy really, really sucked at first. He would go, I'd rather eat a sock, but I kind of figured out how to go against him. But pretty much no matter what, I always take a hit from him, which really makes him awful. Big Fatty. I hate Big Fatty. He does like the super fast jump sometimes where he just flies up in the air and sits down on top of you, and you don't have much time to really like realize what's happening. Peeper's just annoying. He has his eyes float around. It sucks. I hate playing against him, and for that reason, I hate him. I would rather eat a sock than even see this guy because his item that he has just sucks. I hate his item. I hate him. He's chub but easier, but has a bad item at the end. Forgotten but boss form. This guy also sucks, and he's probably gonna go into C tier. He's like Ragman. He has those dumb spiders, and his dumb purple orbs go around, and he also turns invincible, which is dumb. Why? Why does he turn invincible? Why would they allow him to do that? We hate it. Also, I should go into F11, I feel like. That makes more sense. Bumbo, I hate him. Bumbo, I'd rather eat a sock for. His attacks are so hard to dodge. Starting out in that room sucks because you're just stuck in like a 3x3 square that you have to wait for him to come hit you once in order to move anywhere. He's awful. He's like such a hard boss for where he is. Being in caves, definitely one of the hardest bosses in caves. This guy right here, definitely C tier. I want to say he's eat at sock level, but like I get hit by him so much. He projects where he's going to go, but I always walk into him. Yeah, so this farty guy, he's definitely inside the B tier because his spiky rocks that are on the floors are so annoying. Adversary, solid C tier. If you get a double adversary room, it sucks, but like just as a boss by itself, adversary is just annoying. We don't have to talk about that anymore. Big Fatty's down here. This guy's also definitely down here. This is Big Fatty, but worse. But like really not worse enough to be I would eat a sock. Bloat, I'd rather eat a sock. We all hate Bloat. Bloat bad. This guy, on the other hand, his dumb bonfires hit me most of the time. I don't know how to dodge those. I don't think I'll ever know how to dodge his bonfires other than just pray. And for the same reason, the dumb heart guy, I don't know why. Sometimes he just uses his chains to like stab the mask, and sometimes he just stabs me. Just locks on, stabs me. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he does that. It sucks. Her other foot is definitely a C tier. So the mom's foot that you fight at the end of Mausoleum, definite C tier. It sucks to deal with. The eyes are awful. The dumb like Hydra enemies that spawn multiple of themselves is awful. And everything in that room just sucks. The mom foot can do the 3 quick stomps in a row. Regular mom foot, I always have hated mom's foot. I think mom's foot is harder than the actual It Lives fight. And for that reason, It Lives goes to A. And also, mom's heart goes to A. Chimere's Chimera is definitely A. For the, like, I would say for the corpse bosses, this is like a little bit of weighted for corpse bosses. He is the easiest of the corpse bosses. This guy, I don't know, freaking, I don't know how to dodge half their attacks, and all of their attacks just seem to have no way out, and it's just, you're going to die. You're going to die. You have no choice but to die. It is time to die. If I see them, I'm going to die. That's it. Mother, I would rather eat a sock. Mother is the hardest boss in the game. I would almost say that she is, I mean, her first phase is, there's some attacks that are so hard to dodge. The dumb Fistula attack, really, really dumb. Rather eat a sock. That's all I have to say about her. Patriarch, Matriarch, Wormball. Wormball, absolutely one of the absolute worst bosses in the game. There's not really any boss that is much worse than Patriarch. They can go eat their own socks. Hush, I'm gonna put in B tier because as one of the final bosses, their stupid purple and white and black attack that they shoot is really annoying to deal with. They stay like Hush stays underground a lot of the time, which makes it really annoying. It's easy to lose a good chunk of health during the fight, but you do get items beforehand, so there's a lot of balances with that. Satan, definite B tier. He's easy enough to beat, but for some reason now that they made it so if you touch the feet you take damage is such a dumb thing, so that has made it so much harder. I would honestly say it used to be A, but it's B, maybe even C, just because the feet just annoy me, and the dumb explodey worms, I hate them. Isaac is another one that I'm gonna put inside of B tier just because the crack the sky effect gets me like 1 out of 10 times, which is enough for me to get annoyed. Isaac is just very annoying. I would say Blue Baby is easier than Isaac, and I put Blue Baby in A tier. The Lamb is definitely in C tier. The Lamb is really, is hard. There's some attacks that just suck. When they do the radial attack of shooting out the homing tiers, even if you dodge them, they can come back and hit you. So they're annoying. Lots of attacks that are hard to miss, to not be able to dodge. Megastan, I'm definitely going to put him in B tier. It's easier to beat him on low hearts than it is to beat the Lamb. He is hard as a final boss. Once you get past certain phases of him, he's just all about dodging, and he's pretty easy. Delirium, I'd rather eat a sock. Beast, solid A tier. I mean, Beast himself, I would say Beast is too easy, but I'll put him in A tier because his dumb spikes that fall can be hard. There's some parts that are easy to get hit by him, so he's not the easiest, but he's one of the easiest final bosses in the game. Once you get used to Dogma's a lot easier. Once you learn how to dodge the spinny wheel attack that shoots out feathers, you're good. Once you also learn how to dodge the static brimstone, you're solid, but I am gonna take at least 1 or 2 hits in that run or in that fight, pretty much no matter what. I would say the most annoying of them is definitely going to be War, just because whenever he runs around, it's easy to get cornered by him. It's easy for him to fly into a dumb part of the screen. If he does hit you with the attack that he bounces off the walls and then comes back down, that one's just a weird one to have to dodge. He's just really annoying. I would say he's as bad as Dogma. He is definitely going to go A tier because he's just annoying to deal with. His big brother is going to go into C tier because he's just so annoying. It's just such a long fight, and especially when you get on the first floor, it's you're going to win, you're not going to die, but it just takes so long. So Sloth and Friend? This guy always hits me. He's so hard to dodge. If you don't kill him fast, you're going to get hit at least once. He's so annoying to deal with, and he's not even an actual boss. You walk into a room unsuspecting, and you're like, oh, now I've got to fight this guy. We hate the mini bosses. He sucks. Baby Plum is the easiest? Okay, so next B tier, we're going to put Greed in there, and Ultra Greed is going to go into C tier. So Greed sucks. Nobody likes Greed. Greed is just an annoying boss to have to fight. It's a long fight. He has a lot of boss armor, but Ultra Greed just has bombs that hit you a lot. Plum Flute, I'm putting in I would rather eat a sock. Every time I see Plum Flute's dumb little face and it waves goodbye and does anything like that, I don't like it. These guys all just suck, especially if we're ranking this as the worst of the worst, baby Flute Plum is the worst. I wish I could just delete Baby Plum from here, but I can't, sadly. Let's add a row below. Worst of the worst. This is just absolute scary time. There, I think that's the perfect tier list. Duke of Flies number 2. I know Duke of Flies is up here, but Duke of Flies number 2 is also the worst of the worst. They haunt me at night. Absolutely scary, horrible to ever have to see. Repentance and Isaac are all about having health. If you have health with any of these bosses, you'll be fine. I think the one boss that kills you the most with full health is Patriarch. Priet's worst fears when he turns into Baby Plum. Literally, that's like Satan turning into a worse Satan. Exactly. Once again, I'm going to download this and I'm going to post it to the Discord. So if you guys want to go back and see that, you can either just come back to the stream or you guys can go to the Discord and see it. So that was the tier list. I think that's pretty much all the tier list I'm going to do for the Binding of Isaac. It was fun to do these tier lists. I would say that after playing for 300 hours in about a month, I've gotten a lot better at this game. And at the same time, my brains broke into what this game is. Literally woke up, played Binding of Isaac, then I went to sleep. That was my days. That's what it was. I appreciate everybody who came out to be part of this, and I appreciate you guys all for staying and watching. This has been one of the most successful streams I had. We had a really high concurrent viewer at some point, or concurrent viewer amount. So thank you guys so much for coming. And as always, it's been Priets. Peace out. Bye.